Okay guys, I'm gonna get started. I just thought it's very like short notice and I wanted to check in with you guys. 2021 doesn't seem to have started off any calmer than 2020 was. So I want to say hi, see how you guys are doing, answer any of your questions. And then also just talk a little bit about developments in Cucumber Zoo world and what songs we're working on, music we're working on. Some of it's pretty interesting because some of it is deals with new stuff that we're working on, and but we found some recordings that we did way long time ago that we're also going to put up, make accessible. So I want to talk about that as well. Before I do that, Sunny, thank you. Hope you have an amazing day too. And yeah, please do check back a little bit on the stream because I'm going to be answering your question anyway. So Cucumber Zoo is I'm busy working on a new track. Well, I've told you about it before. It's a track we started in April during the COVID lockdown called Life's a Spark. Now I want to busy sort of finalizing the production, and then going to be working with Keith, who I work a lot with in terms of the mix, and I'm pretty excited, I must say. And in between when I first started and now, I've joined a online sort of training, music production training portal called Warp Academy, and I've been learning a lot of stuff about creating sounds that I've always heard in my head, but now when you take it forward and learn sort of more modern production. So some of the sounds are going to be creeping their way into the current stuff I'm working on, and hopefully the evolution is a good one. I'm sure it'll be a great one. And also quite excited about the what's the word? Translating kind of what I'm hearing in my head onto into the music, and hoping you guys like it. So Life's a Spark is in production, and hopefully we'll go to mix soon. And then I can't promise, but maybe within a month or so we'll be able to release it. But we have another something else that really exciting happened as well. And that is about a month and a half ago. An old friend from the sort of the Joburg music scene contacted me, and when I say old, I mean back from the early 90s. His name is Mark, and he was with a band called Metamorphosis. So obviously a metal band, but the weird thing about those days is because the music scene in South Africa and Joburg is comparatively so small compared to what you might expect in the bigger centers overseas. You kind of got to know, well, we did anyway, got to interact with bands and musicians across a wide spectrum of styles. And we would often play in the same stage as metal bands and as hard rock bands. And then we also played, before we started Cucumber Zoo, in a kind of acoustic outfit, and we used to play on folk stages, that kind of thing. So I don't actually know the date of this recording, but we recorded a 3-set demo with our previous band called Ocean Road that we did it. We were living in Yeovil at the time, and for those of you guys who might know Joburg, Yeovil at the time was kind of the creative hub of the city. Since changed, and it's become it's become quite run down, and it's changed a lot since then. But there was a musician who had a recording studio in Yeovil. His name was, gosh, it was so long ago. It will come to me. Anyway, we recorded 3 songs with him, and Ocean Road went through its own sort of stages. So we started purely acoustic, folky thing, and then later on we became more Afro rock, acoustic Afro rock. So we recorded these three demo like in between those two phases. And there's been a song that you used to do in Ocean that I always loved, and it's called Harbor Song. And I've been thinking about recreating that song with Cucumber Zoo for a long time. But anyway, Mark gets hold of me, and we recorded that song and basically lost the masters. So it was so long ago. So it was a real surprise when Mark Vass, a lead singer from Metamorphosis, who is now based in the UK, but he's been collecting all music from that period, that time, South African music, and sort of archiving it. And he gets hold of me on Facebook and says, "Hey," sends me this cover of this demo, this three-song demo that we did, and in there, Stu's body is Harbor Song. And I always actually really loved that recording. It's very gentle, beautiful, acoustic style music. So we're going to be releasing a 3-song collection of under the Cucumber Zoo name, but from before we were Cucumber Zoo, with a band called Ocean Road. And the first song from that is going to be called Harbor Song. Now the quality of the recording is obviously very old, and there's some technical issues with the recording. So the sound quality is not going to be amazing, but it's going to be, I just think it captures the spirit of that moment, and I'm actually very excited to be putting that out. So I'll be posting that music very soon, just mastering it and then putting it online. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy as much as we do. So that's the one thing. They're looking backwards to our previous band, which was, sure, I'm not going to say how long ago because it's just going to make me feel embarrassed. But by not being that young anymore. But anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, thanks for us. Yeah, it's going to be cool. I think you'll like it as well. So that's the one thing. So Ocean Road, we're going to call it the Ocean Road sessions, and you can expect those to go up soon. And then that song that we're working on from April 2020 that started during the COVID time, like I said, finishing that, and we're going to be putting that up as well. I want to rush it because I don't want to rush production. The production, because as I'm evolving new sounds and evolving how I do things, I don't want to rush that process too much. So you'll probably get the Ocean Road songs first, and then we'll get the Life Spark. But last time I spoke about it, quite a few of you guys mentioned that you're keen to. So I want to share it with you guys, just have a listening session, because it's always helpful to get feedback on stuff we're producing with like a focus group, people who like what we do, and hopefully give us honest feedback about certain aspects of the song. So I'm going to be contacting you guys on that, and then finalizing our production, and then that will be up to when I doubt within a month, probably a little bit longer than a month and a half. And then Sunny wants to know about any hope for new music video. Gosh, I know how important visuals are and how important the music videos are. And I'm just trying to figure out a way to do it where it's proper and where the quality is there. So there's hope for it. How we're going to do it, especially for Life Spark, I'm not sure. Yeah, let's just keep the hope alive, and maybe one thing needs to know that we'll be able to get a very nice video for that song. Cool. Okay, that's pretty much our news. Russell, can't wait to hear it. Thank you, Russell. Cool, guys. I think, and also, yeah, I wanted to just talk a little bit about current affairs. But I don't know if anyone else has any other questions that they want to go into at the moment. Just see if any questions come through. Okay. I think it's just, it's Sasha. How are you? That's so cool. Oh, by the way, I don't want to put a spotlight on you, Sasha, but I mentioned that we spent a lot of time, Levan and myself, in Yeovil, which at the time was sort of one of the bohemian hubs and creative hubs in Joburg. And Levan and myself used to live on the second floor of a 3-story building. And right next door to us was a house with a family. And at the time, Levan and I both had these like Shodong cars that would sometimes go and sometimes wouldn't go. And I would often be fixing the clutch cable, and Levan would be pushing a car. And apparently, it was extremely amusing for our neighbors. And one of the neighbors being Sasha. So, Sasha, just your name reminded me of that story. And some parts of our history where things weren't always super rosy, but living in Yeovil actually was something that really was beneficial to us. It was a really creative space, and we actually loved being there. And we loved our neighbors, yes, red and green car. So Levan had I can't remember, it was originally red. It was like an old Passat. And she painted it green, or was the other way around? No, I think it was red and then she painted green. Yes, the red and green car. And we regularly have to, luckily we were on a bit of an incline. So we could push start her car and my car when we needed. And then at one point my car was stolen, and then I was riding a little 50cc motorbike to and from the studio to finish our recording. So I look back fondly on those times. It wasn't always easy, but it was actually an awesomely creative time. And that creative spark was very much in the time. And that was about, I remember, Sasha says, I remember so clearly seeing you guys all dressed up, all three of you. Dressed up in what? I can't remember. That was about 1994, 95. Yeah, it was about from 1993 to 95, I think we were in Yeovil. Yeah, so a bit of our history and sort of dating ourselves. Anyway, so we're going to be releasing some music soon. Working, hopefully be able to create a video out of that as well. And then I just wanted to say something, I think it's been striking to me. Sasha says, Levan, myself, and Tiki used to dress up in makeup and interesting clothes, and Tiki and winkle pickers. Yes, exactly. Well, I don't know about me being in makeup. Well, I used to have face paint. Yeah, I used to have draw like an owl on my face, because it seemed like a cool idea at the time. And Tiki was definitely in winkle pickers, and Levan was dressed up and had purple makeup. I think you guys have seen some of those photos anyway. So yeah, dude, it's been amazing to me how much has been going on, and how much what I see, to me, magic and sort of metaphysics has always been about empowering and moving forward with life and moving life forward. And yet how much of like magical thinking in a kind of negative sense has seeped into politics and kind of social divisions, where people are using magic to avoid reality and avoid the fact that, in fact, the world is here for all of us and not just some of us. So I think as Cucumber Zoo, we want to reaffirm the idea that metaphysics and, lack of a better word, magic, in our minds is not like something that takes us back to something like some mythical past, but something that is actually really challenging and is supposed to be something that we use to help move our world forward in love. And just for some reason right now, with everything going on, I need to remind myself of that, and also just say it from Cucumber Zoo, that sometimes it sounds like we talk the same language as what is going on in certain circles in the political sphere. My camera's just turned off. I'm going to turn it on again. Okay. Cool. So you'll get a bit of a freeze there while I turn the camera back on. But I wanted to say that in our minds there's a difference between using kind of the spirituality and magical thoughts and what have you to try and go back to a time that really only benefited a thin sliver of humanity. And what we really need to be doing is empowering ourselves with becoming more and evolving our spirituality to help the world as a whole, not just certain people within that world. So yeah, pretty heavy topic, but I just kind of wanted to put that out there. And we hope our music will always kind of be heard in that context. That it's never been about only, you know, certain races or certain kind of class of people who deserve to be successful and deserve to have abundance. We literally, all of us deserve it. Now, it doesn't get reflected in our world, but that's the job of us kind of metaphysicians to help make that happen. So yeah, I think there's no more other questions, so we don't have to keep this a long one. But if anyone has any questions they want to share about that, then go ahead and we'll spend 30 seconds waiting for that. And I hope it's clear that Cucumber Zoo would like to see a world that grows and evolves, that where we deal with things like climate change. We don't brush under the carpet. We deal with things like mass poverty. We don't just brush under the carpet. That we don't blame immigrants. That we don't point fingers and try and go back to a time that really only benefits a very thin sliver of humanity. But we can create a world that is, that we all actually want to live in. And that is a massive, massive challenge. There are so many issues facing us, but that's where metaphysics and personal empowerment come in. So, yeah, hope you guys appreciate. Well, you don't have to appreciate it, but here that's kind of our position on what's happening at the moment. And thanks for being here, and thanks for taking the time out today to hang out. And I will definitely try and do these probably like once every 3 weeks when I have a break from work. And hopefully Lavana can join regularly on those as well. And please feel free to leave questions anytime on our Facebook page. And I'll be contacting those of you who said they want to become part of like a listening group for the new music. And if anyone, just to repeat that, if anyone wants to hear the tracks we're working on before they get released, in order to give us constructive feedback, please let me know. Send us a message on Facebook, leave a message and comment below, and I'll contact you. Cool. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out, and we appreciate you guys, and take care. Okay, cheers.